Welcome everyone. Right, okay, it's time for a bit of a gifting guide for this time of the year when we're going through our list, aren't we? We're thinking, okay, what would so-and-so like? Actually, lots of us at this time of the year just want something that is cozy and warm and comforting. And of course, Pavers have everything. It's not all about shoes. We've got hats, we've got scarves, we've got slipper socks, we've got a little bit of absolutely everything. So let Sheila and I help you work your way through your list for this time of the year. It's going to be a good one, so let's get started. Now listen, you might already have a woolly hat somewhere in the, I don't know, which drawer did it go into or which cupboard did it go into, who knows, but have you got one with a nice modern ombre which allows you to wear it with so many more things in the winter? And have you got one with the magic word that we need right now, especially in this country, waterproof? Sheila, I don't think I've ever seen something that looks so chunky and cosy and warm and snuggly, but it actually is waterproof. Because usually they get bogged down, don't they?
Absolutely. And the thing is, it is quite magic because inside here, if I just rustle a little bit, you can actually feel the lining, but it's really soft and snuggly. So you've got a gorgeous hat that looks lovely. It's nice and warm. It's not itchy. It's not scratchy, but it's going to protect you from that lovely weather that we're going to have. I don't know why I'm saying lovely, but I'm just thinking of snow and ice and that sort of thing. But yeah, waterproof inside, so you're not going to get all soggy and uncomfortable.
Well, I think as well, when you talk about that rough weather, it comes at the weirdest of times, doesn't it? Sometimes it comes a little bit later than you ever expected it to. And that's why I like the fact that there is that pink and grey mix as well. And it just blends nicely from one to another.
Which is lovely.
Which is really, really lovely. And if you think about your winter coats and even your, I think it's nearly spring coats.
Yeah.
These go really, really nicely with all of those. This is such an affordable, if you're looking for an extra gift for someone as well, little stocking filler maybe, something for somebody's birthday. People have lots of birthdays at this time of the year as well. I think with that, just that lovely dash of pink as well, it is nice. If you prefer something a little starker, because these have such a lovely, lovely warm look, then you've got the grey option as well, which mixes from a deeper grey right the way up to, dare I say, a snowy white. Do you know, absolutely, I love something like this because actually when the first versions of these kind of slippery socks came out onto the market in general, they were kind of less than attractive. They were quite functional and they were quite thin, to be honest with you. I love the fact that actually the slipper socks of today, they're sexy, they're glamorous, they're really, really nice and padded and quilted. They've got all the best ingredients and they've got a bit of sparkle going on there. I mean, Sheila, you'd want a pair of all of those colours, wouldn't you?
I know. Fabulous. And I think great just for around the house, cozying up on the settee, and even if you're going away somewhere, because you obviously don't want to take a big pair of slippers with you, these are perfect. And the inner lining is so snuggly soft, it's gorgeous. And then underneath, you've got those little plastic-like suckers on there. You don't feel them, but they actually give you that really good grip. You know, if it's a tiled floor, if it's laminate floor, you know, because it can be very slippy in houses.
Yeah.
So you actually adhere a little bit to the floor with these.
Now, I need to know whether we do this kind of thing for boys as well, because you know, as you do, I spend half my life in hotels and bathroom floors that I'm less than sure of sometimes.
I know, very true.
In terms of their cleanliness and their temperature, I have to say. So I think this would be good as a boys thing as well, I have to say. The boys could go for the black and silver easy, couldn't they?
They could. Very easy.
Definitely. I think they're really, really lovely. They're a great price tag as well. So what I would do on this one is get a multi-order. Think of who you'd be buying for, get a pair for yourself at the same time and, you know, sort of bump up your order and get them all stocked up while you can. I think they're really, really nice looking as well, aren't they, Sheila?
They are lovely and a really nice choice of colours.
These are lovely. Absolutely gorgeous. Really, really nice, actually. Regardless of whether you love your cats and dogs, you're going to absolutely love these. And I think everyone falls into one camp or the other, don't they? Either a cat or a dog person. Actually, I think I'm a little bit of both, to be honest,
Me
Sheila.
too,
I
yes.
think I am a little bit of both. I love them all equally. These are very, very sweet. I love the fact how sure and secure and how safe these are, especially if you've got somebody in your life that needs a little bit more room, a little bit more space, maybe doesn't like a slipper, but you want them to be safe. You know, in the house,
Yes,
on
very
wooden
true.
floors, on
Yep.
cold floors. You want them to be warm, you want them to be safe, and you want something that's not a great big novelty, not
True.
something with great big lumps and bumps
Yep.
that you're tripping over every 5 minutes, but something that just, you know, it just gives a bit of a smile. Sometimes it's the simplest things that make you smile in a
Do you
day,
know,
isn't
that
it?
is so, so true. And if somebody's feeling a bit down and a bit miserable, you know, to give them a little gift of something like this, just when you open it, it would really make you smile, wouldn't it?
Do you know the other thing about these, Sheila, is, and I love something like this because it's a lovely, lovely gift. It's great fun. You know it's going to be delivered with a smile. Slippers, I think, are very difficult to gift to people because sometimes they can give off the wrong message that
true.
you didn't mean to in the
Yes.
first place. But I think these are great because also you could decorate them further if you wanted to, and you personalise them,
Yes.
add other bits and pieces to them as well. But they are functional. Do you know what I mean?
They are. They're really functional. But yes, if you knew the person's name of their little kitten or their dog,
Yes.
you could actually just embroider that on the side.
Yeah, do you know what as well? If you've got little kittens in your life, don't be surprised if one of them or all of them end up living in one of these as well. Do you,
Oh,
you know
how
what they're
cute
like?
would that be?
Because they're so super squidgy and soft on the inside as well, aren't they?
Yes,
Really
they
nice
are.
and warming. And look at that price tag. So you've got, what is it, 4 different options there. There's a couple of cat options. There's a couple of dog options, all with different little features and colours and whatever. So you might match that up with a furry friend in your life.
True,
Maybe.
very true.
And look at that. Think of a couple of people and get a little list and a little order together. I'm sure it's going to bring on a smile. I have to say, this is super, super stylish. You will probably want pretty much everything in this set, but you can pick and choose if you want to. And we're going to home in now on these faux fur trimmed gloves, which are absolutely beautiful. Sheila has been looking at the ins and outs of these as well, because you've been testing. The first thing she wanted to know, by the way, is, can I still use my phone when I've
Yes.
got them on? And what's the answer?
And I tested it, and you can use it because here, these 2 little fingers, well, finger and thumb, they've got little embroidered flowers on there, and you can actually use your telephone with them.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so that's a really nice feature.
Honestly, Sheila, you and your phone, I can never get you off it. These are, should we talk about the look of these as well? Because they are very, very grand. What would you team them up with?
Well, the thing is, I'm not wearing the appropriate thing at the moment. I think they're quite dressy, actually. It's got like a suede look on the actual glove, and then the faux fur is just beautiful. I think if you wanted to dress maybe a coat that's seen better days,
Yes.
you put your gloves on, you put your hat, and you put the cowl round the neckline. I think it's going to smarten everything up.
Actually, yes, I think you're right as well, actually. And vintage is really in at the moment,
It
isn't it?
is,
Actually,
very
get a
much
nice
so.
vintage coat and then
Yeah.
just give it that finishing touch with the gloves. Of course, if you want the matching snood and you want the matching hat, they're all on the website for you as well. You will find those very, very easily indeed. I think these gloves are beautiful. And I have to say, for a pair of sort of dressy winter gloves that are not overly too smart, this price tag, I have to say, is pretty extraordinary,
Fabulous,
don't you
a
think?
really good present. Yeah.
This really is the ultimate in kind of really chic style for this time of the year. But actually, you know, you can go for a woolly hat, and that's absolutely fine. And we've got those for you. We've got some waterproof ones these days as well, which is really, really clever. But actually, if you want, this is all about the look, isn't it?
It
Yes,
is.
it's warm. Yes, it's functional. It's so good looking, though, Sheila. It's
It is.
really lovely.
Really, really glamorous. I mean, this is going to dress up any outfit. It's going to keep you lovely and warm, and it's affordable. You know, when you think about things like that, you think about things that are really glamour, then this is just glamour personified, which is just gorgeous. And I mean, all the way around, you've got this beautiful faux fur that just looks fantastic, and it feels fantastic.
See, I can see a new coat purchase straight away, and I think it is going to be a lovely, either a nice deep silvery colour, or it's going to be a long glossy black coat.
Oh, a big black coat would be lovely. And then if you can afford to go with the 3 pieces, all accessorised together would look fabulous.
Definitely, because the snood that Sheila's wearing and those gloves as well, which are brilliant, and you can still use your smartphone as well while you've got the gloves on,
can.
so you can keep
Yes.
nice and chic and warm and still be, texting and messaging and everything else at the same time, which is good. So if you want them, the full ensemble, you will find all of them on the website. Well, now we have got the ultimate in snood. And to be honest with you, this is less about its function. This is all about its look. I mean, it feels phenomenal. Faux furs, when they first came around, as I'm sure you know, you'd end up wearing most of it on your trousers or elsewhere other than where it was designed. The faux fur of today, I mean, I cannot help but just reach out and, I never knew real fur ever. And I know now, of course, it's definitely not a thing. But that feels, because of its short cut, and to get so many different tones of colour into one piece, Sheila, it's just genius,
It's just beautiful, and it just simply just sits over your head, sits in the neckline. Maybe it's a really lovely coat or a piece of knitwear, and it's just adding that extra little bit of glamour and warmth, but it is so lovely and soft next to the skin.
But it's not strangling you, and you're not sweltering, because of course, we change temperature. We have
women of a certain age.
Well, we know that when we're slightly, warmer, and sometimes we feel the cold a little bit more. Sometimes you don't really want something that encloses too much.
Not at all.
This gives you breathing space. It's light, it's flowing, yet it is still warming, and it's ever so glamorous.
It is
when
lovely.
you look at that price tag, when you think about gifting this for someone, please, please, please get the hat in the order. Get the gloves in the order. They're in one size, so you can't get it wrong. One size fits everyone.
Yep.
Same with the hat. Same with the snood as well. It is fantastic. And then I think as soon as you get these home, I think what you'll do is you'll buy the outfit to go with it, won't you?
Very, very true.
Phenomenal. I have to say, I feel I'm being very, very lazy here, to be honest with you. And I did ask Sheila a little bit earlier today whether we had slipper socks that would be suitable for men. Because to be honest with you, I don't do a slipper. I really don't suit a slipper. It doesn't work with me whatsoever. But I do get cold feet. And particularly when I passed 24 3/4 plus VAT, Sheila, I now feel the cold.
Yes.
And actually, but I'm still not a slipper person.
No, isn't it funny? And I love slippers, but I think slipper socks are a really good alternative.
They are.
Now, these are men's socks, but I just thought, well, I'm going to put them on because it doesn't really matter. It's quite unisex. I mean, obviously, they do look a bit big on my feet, but that does not matter at all because they've got the little grippy bits underneath, so I'm not going to be slippy sliding all over the place. But maybe you are a lady that's got a little bit of a bigger foot, then these are going to be great. But for the man that does not like slippers, these are a perfect gift.
Well, also, I'm thinking, actually, if people are in that situation where they are at home and maybe you've got, it could be lumps and bumps, bunions, calluses, could be an operation you've had on your foot or whatever. You don't need any pressure of any shoes whatsoever.
That's very true.
But you're indoors, so you are feeling the cold. Then something like this will work very, very nicely for you. Conversely, you've got people that work outside quite a lot and want something. This could go very much inside a boot as well, if you wanted that extra layer of warmth, because it'll grip to the sole of your shoe just as well, because it almost looks a bit like a Fair Isle sock, doesn't it?
And I've just turned the top down to show you that lovely fleecy lining.
I'm not sure
there.
the boys would do that, though.
No, I don't think they would, actually. Let me just turn it back up again. There you go.
There you go.
Yeah.
See, that looks like any other man's sock, really, doesn't it? It's just got a little bit of a cuff around the top, but you could hide that under your trousers, no problem whatsoever. I think being toasty warm is the most important thing here. And look at the price tag. So get that in his stocking. It's beginning to look a lot like it's time for the men to wear their slipper socks. They're festive. This is brilliant. This is really, really nice. Do not hesitate with these. Just grab them as quickly as you possibly can. One size fits every guy, and actually will fit the ladies as well, as you can see, because Sheila has them on as well.
I do. I mean, I think they're quite unisex, are these. I think they're really, really lovely, but they are sort of more of men's socks because they're the size, I suppose. But I just think they're absolutely lovely. Just a nod to the festive, don't you?
Yes.
You know, don't you think?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I think they're really, really cool. I would definitely love a pair of these. And actually, do you know what? 10 years ago, I wouldn't have paid you to have something like this on my feet. And now, because I want to feel the benefit and I want to feel the warmth and I don't want to keep having to tie up shoelaces, especially at Christmas, because you're running in and out of the house, up and down the stairs, aren't you? All over the place. And you just want to be warm while you've got your feet up on the coffee table with a nice glass of something, warm or cold, your choice, and a nice movie in front of me.
That sounds lovely.
Brilliant. Well, let's get these bought for every guy in your life right now. Because there's a thing, isn't there, for Christmas morning in families where people like to wear all the same thing, don't they?
Yes, and they like to wear the Jimmy Jams and everything.
Yes.
So, yeah, slipper socks would be a great thing for
Let's
Christmas
get them
morning.
matching for everyone. Brilliant. Do you know what? These are dead simple because they're warm, they're cosy, they're festive. And do you know what? They're functional as well. Oh, that was a lot of Fs, wasn't it? This is really, really good. Love these. And these are a very, very simple choice to make. I mean, these are for the fellas, but everyone can wear them. There's a one size fits all on here because you've got the grips on the bottom.
Yes.
They will work for everyone. Do you know what? I absolutely would love a pair of these. They've got reindeers on them. They've got snowflakes on them. There's a little bit of everything. I probably should be modelling these, by the way, because they are ready for the fellas. But I'm being very, very lazy, Sheila. But they look ever so cosy.
They're lovely. I love that navy. I love that design as well. But you're going away actually in January, aren't you?
Yeah, I am.
So it could be a little bit, you know, cosy.
Yes.
Is it Cornwall you're going to?
Yeah.
So yeah, these would be lovely in your little cottage in Cornwall.
Yes.
This would be a nice Christmas present. Maybe a secret Santa thing.
Oh, possibly. I like your thinking there,
Yes.
Sheila. I do like your thinking there. I would very much like a pair of these, actually, because I am forever changing between a pair of trainers around the house or this or that or the other, forever in and out of things. And it's like, just pop these on and they'll be good and keep you warm.
Perfect.
And listen, if you get to bed and your feet are still cold,
just keep these on.
keep them on.
Yeah.
Lovely. Right, next for you, we have something which is really, really gorgeous for this time of the year. It keeps you super, super warm and cozy. Incredible make, and you will see as well, lots and lots of people absolutely swear by because they trust Pavers for their shoes and for their footwear for 50 plus years now, of course. They trust us for something like this as well. And a lot of research goes into a product like this to make sure that it is warm, that it is cosy, that it is safe as well for you because you've got those nodules on the bottom of a pair of slipper socks, always with us here at Pavers, which keep you nice and secure to the surface that you're walking on. It might be like our studio floor, like a laminate or a wood floor or something like that. You don't want to be slipping and sliding over something like that, especially if it's someone you're caring for. These are brilliant. But do you know what, moreover, Sheila? These look fantastic.
They do. They look really lovely. Again, it's this beautiful soft pink. You've got the little festive little houses on this time, which looks really nice. But it's sort of more of a Scandi look, don't you think?
Yes, it is a little bit. Yes, but normally that would be a red and a white, wouldn't it? Well,
yes.
This is quite nice, so it's like a twist on that, isn't it? It's lovely.
And I mean, they're not just for Christmas, are they? I mean, you can wear these anytime.
Absolutely.
But I just think if you're not a slipper wearer, a slipper sock is a really, really good idea. And they're going to keep your feet so lovely and toasty and warm.
And I tell you what, at this time of the year as well, when you might have been out all day at work, you might have been on your feet or whatever, it's quite nice to just throw your shoes or your boots off or whatever, get straight into these, cuddle up into your comfies and just, indulge. Well, right, okay, so Sheila and I do get paid for this show, but it looks like it's coming straight back into Pavers as we've been filling up our list there as well. I'm sure you've been doing the same too. If you did miss any of the details, any of the item numbers that you need, they should be on the description of the YouTube video that you're watching right now. If not, of course, you can always give us a quick call, 0844 844 0203, and our team will be only too pleased to help you out. There's lots more accessories as well, by the way, of course, on the website at pavers.co.uk. Make sure you subscribe to the YouTube channel as well, press the bell thing, and then we can let you know every time there's a brand new video because they come up very, very often. So I'll see you back here soon. Bye-bye.